Okay guys, got Dad's old truck in the shop today. The reason it's in here is I am stealing the plow harness off this thing. Hopefully I'm going to be able to convert the headlight harness to work with Dad's truck. That'll be another video. I'll do the install when I do that. Right now I just got to get this harness off this truck. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm not going to show any of that. I just got to pull the truck apart a little bit and pull it out. It's not that difficult. But I'm going to do this video on what I'm doing with this truck. I really don't know what to do with this thing. I traded a few things to my dad to get this thing. I don't have like any money in this thing. So it's basically a free truck. So I don't really have money in it, and I don't really know what to do with it. It's got a lot of issues, and it's got rust. I know the front fenders look pretty good, but there's a good bit of rust under these flares, I think. Also with the rockers, it's got quite a little rust. I mean, it's savable. I mean, you can cut the rockers out. It probably needs inner and outers. I'm guessing. I haven't really crawled under there, but it's yeah, it's gonna need some work along with cab corners. I think Midnight has better has a better cab than this truck as far as that. Frame, I guess it's a typical Wisconsin truck. Back here is pretty crusty. I was looking, this side over here looks not very good. But I think we've got a cross over here rotted out too. This one here I think is rotted out. That typical Chevy rust in Wisconsin here. But I think the frame would be solid enough. It's not like it's gonna crack anywhere. This is not like a 1500. The 1500s will actually crack. These heavy duty trucks, the frames are a lot thicker than the 1500s, and it's not gonna like crack in half or anything. It's not that badly rusted. But it is rusted. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's also got coolant going into the oil. I've showed you that. I have a few ideas on what that might be. It might be something as simple as the water pump. When I did the install, there was a O-ring that was in question, and I probably shouldn't have used the O-ring I used, but I don't know if that's it or not, but it could be. I'd have to pull the water pump off and take a look at it, I think. But yeah, if you know, if I had like unlimited funds, guys, you know, I'd take the motor, probably pull it out, you know, upgrade the turbo on it and exhaust, and you know, upgrade the intercooler, and I'd like to build a custom off-road bumper. Not a huge one. I'd like to be able to use the snowplow with it, so it wouldn't be huge. It'd just be a nice heavy-duty off-road bumper. And then I'd actually like to convert this thing to a dually. I think that would be really neat. Crew cab short bed dually. I think that would be pretty neat. And then on the back here, instead of putting a bed, I do have a rust-free bed that's supposed to go on Midnight, but instead of a bed, I'd like to build a kind of like a welding rig inspired flatbed. I don't need all the welding equipment, but just something kind of a flatbed inspired by a lot of what them welding rigs have. I think it would be neat. I got some ideas rolling around in my head. I've always got ideas rolling around in my head, but I think I could build something really neat. And being it would be a dually, I think it would look really cool. The short bed dually, I think it'd look neat. But yeah, that's kind of what I'd like to do, guys. I mean, if I could do something with it. Problem is I don't have unlimited funds. So I don't know. The interior is kind of a little bit on the nasty side too, because it was a work truck. It was Dad's work truck. The body is actually, I mean, I think it's only got a few dings on it. I mean, Dad took care of it that way. It's got some scratches. I think most of the scratches would buff out, but like I said, it's got maybe like 2 dings on it. And it's just the rust is what has destroyed this thing. I guess my reasoning for wanting to get this truck going again is I'd like to get into a Duramax. I kind of miss it a little bit. I miss the fuel mileage, and the torque of a Duramax is really nice, and just like to get back into one. This is probably you know, one of the better ways to get back into one, because like I said, I don't really have anything in this right now. And if I had to go buy a truck, even junk trucks, they're wanting too much, it seems. So, you know, if I want to get back into a Duramax, this is probably one of my better shots at doing that. Little background on this truck. Dad actually bought this truck. I believe it had like 60,000 miles. It was a like new truck when he bought it, and it's never been wrecked. It's never been like off-road abused or anything. It's been a work truck, but it hasn't been driven by a kid or anything. It's never had any kind of programmer on it or anything. No modifications at all. It's pretty well factory. I don't even think we turned up the torsion bars on this thing even. Yeah, I don't think the torsion bars has even been touched. So it's pretty well stock factory truck. So I got my harness out, just kind of cleaning it up. I got a leak in hydro boost on this, and it got oil all over some of it. So just kind of cleaning up the harness so I don't get Dad's new truck all dirty. But anyway, guys, I've babbled here for long enough. Just wanted to, I don't know, update you on this truck. I guess I had a few people asking about it, so figured I'd throw it up here while I'm pulling the harness, the plow harness out of it, and kind of let you guys know where my thoughts are on it. I really don't know, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what happens to it. But I guess that's going to do it for this one, guys. I don't need to babble anymore. I guess I'll see you.